All right, we're on the air. In 3, 2. That too. All right. Welcome to Geekodrome. Your ass better call somebody.
Geekodrome.
Geekodrome is the weekly roundtable discussion of all things geek. I am Jon, and I am joined by my backup guitarist, Stugots.
We're shaking bacon.
Not much. Admittedly, we both listen to the same podcast about the New Age Outlaws this weekend. So I felt the need to, throw in a little road dog to start the show.
And that podcast would be Something to Wrestle With. Bruce Pritchard.
Yes. It's one you turned me on to as a hot pick very early on in the show, and one I now listen to religiously.
Man, oh man, it's so good.
It's so good. But those 3-hour episodes get to be a little bit of a marathon sometimes.
I know, but then when you listen or when you finish it, you're like, wow, there's no way they could have made that shorter. Like some shows just warrant, that 3-hour treatment.
Oh, I'm not complaining about it. I mean, I sometimes I just have to split them up. I still haven't finished the New Age Outlaws episode because
the episode from 2 weeks ago that was all about The Rock's first 2 years. It was incredible. It really was, and it was obviously they can go on for a hell of a lot longer because his career was longer. But they just took those first 2 years of him finding himself and getting into that groove, and that was 3 hours. It's like you can't. I don't know how they could do it in less time.
I know, and they're really well researched, very informative.
Yeah.
So it's definitely a pleasure to listen to. It really is. It's just sometimes it's just the clock is against me.
Yeah.
Listening to it. I mean, I also listen to other shows as well, so it's not the only show I listen to.
See, I'm lucky because I don't listen to a lot of stuff. I don't watch a lot of stuff. Because I'm really busy with my own content. So the stuff that I listen to, I'm very faithful to.
Oh yeah, no, but for me a lot of it is when commuting or when I'm at the gym or running, especially now that I'm going to start training for marathon again. I'm going to have a lot more time to listen to shit.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So this April, London Marathon.
Oh, nice.
That will be number 11, and
I will need some T-shirts from London, and I'll be sending you money for that.
All right, because yes, this will be my 6th marathon major. The final in the series. I will be a 6-star runner at that point.
Awesome.
So that'll be something to look forward to.
Yeah,
in the spring,
definitely.
But something to look forward to before that: Star Wars: The Last Jedi.
Ooh, yeah.
So Game 7 of the World Series was last week. Houston Astros beat the Dodgers, but we also got a short trailer, extended commercial, however you want to look at it, for Star Wars: The Last Jedi.
Now, I went to the movies and I saw a little independent art house film called Thor Ragnarok, and it had a trailer. Was The Last Jedi, and it did not include the footage from this World Series spot.
No, that's the trailer from a month ago.
Yeah,
whenever it came out. So we'd already seen that trailer before. So the World Series one was just for the World Series, as far as I know.
Yes,
and they didn't include that footage elsewhere. But I'm sure we'll see it in TV commercials and everywhere else. Like the movie. Yes. Which we are a little over 2 months away from. Or no, a month away.
No, month. It's December. Comes out Christmas.
It comes out the 15th.
Yeah, Christmas time.
Friday, December 15th. Which I've already put in the day off from work for. Because I'm a huge nerd who wants to go to the movies with his friends in the morning.
Oh, I will probably see it the night before.
Yeah, I think we've talked. I don't remember if we talked about this on air or off air. But I know we talked about it, and that I'm just tired when I get home from work, and I'd have to rush home and whatever else. It's just easier for me to wait till the
That's the
morning.
beauty of working the crazy shifts that I work is that, oh, movies come out on Friday. I'm going to an advanced screening on late night Thursday night. And it's like, it's a private screening essentially because there's no one there.
That is one of the advantages of where you live.
Yeah. And my work shift.
Yeah. I mean, I know AMC was doing like the big, like go to the first showing on Thursday, get lots of swag and whatever else. I think they're also doing double features. So regardless, I'm fine waiting until Friday. I'm not, unless somebody spoils it for me, then they have to die.
Yeah, I don't like spoilers at all.
No. And we have a friend who loves to spoil
And
shit.
I'm seeing these movies before most people see it, and yet I never tweet a spoiler or even slip with a spoiler because accidents can happen to anybody. I get it. But not even that. Like, I came out of Thor Ragnarok. It was 9:30 p.m. And all I did was just go on Twitter. Thor Ragnarok was awesome. Can't wait for more people to see it so we could talk about it.
You didn't say Thor Ragnarok rocks?
No.
I think
I
it's
just
a
said it
missed
was
opportunity.
awesome. I know.
I think you just dropped the ball on that one.
I was really excited about seeing the movie, though.
Well, so was I. I saw it Saturday night in New York City. So
Yeah.
you can imagine, how much more crowded my theater was.
Oh, yeah. There was, let's see, besides the four of us, maybe 6 other people.
Wow.
But it was dinner time, too, on a weeknight. That's fully what I expected to be at the movies at that time of day, which is why we go.
Oh, that's a good plan.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, New York, we don't have those opportunities. Like even like the weird matinees, like there's always people there.
Yes. So the Star Wars TV spot looked. I liked what's his name, Finn, fighting with the
Phasma.
Yeah, that looks pretty intense. Those fight scenes.
It does. I mean, it was in the previous trailer too, like them lining up, and now we saw them clash.
Yeah, this looks sick. Like, I almost want to see that more than mostly anything else. I won't lie.
Yeah, well, I still want to know how Phasma survived. Because she was they trapped her in the garbage chute.
Yes.
And then blow up the planet.
Yeah.
And she magically survived.
Survives, yes.
I know there's a comic book from Marvel, which I haven't read yet, which potentially explains it and introduces BB9E. But it's a bit preposterous. Even like the villains, we never see their ship escape the planet before it blows up.
Right.
But even Chewie finding Finn, right before the explosion, Finn and Rey, I should say, right before the planet blows up, he just miraculously appears behind them. That was, again, also silly and a little, hard to believe.
Yep. A few holes in the script.
A little Deus Ex Machina in there.
Yeah.
So the fact that everybody's matching.
I don't speak Latin, so whatever you said.
I believe it's Greek, but either way.
Yeah. I don't speak Greek either.
It's all Greek to me. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yes.
So, it's, I don't know. We'll see how they say they survived and all that in a month from now, but it just seems silly to me. When you do it like that. But, I'm in. I'm in for the next one. I'm in for the Han Solo movie. I'm in for everything else.
Me too. I went in for a penny back in 1980, so I am more than in for the pound at this point. And I'm not punching out. I will ride it out to the end and enjoy every second.
You didn't ride it into 1977?
I was 4. I think first time I saw Star Wars, I think we discussed this before on the show. I saw it, I want to say a year or two after it came out at my church.
Mm-hmm.
My church had a screening, and I don't remember the year. I just remember I was really a small kid, really little and young. I don't remember what the year though at all, but that's how I saw it.
Yeah, I could tell you how I first saw Star Wars. I can just tell you it was ever present as far back as I can remember.
Yeah,
So,
I don't ever remember not being a fan of Star Wars in my life. I remember seeing Empire Strikes Back. I was in summer camp, and that's where we went. It was raining, so that's where they took us for the day. Um, Return of the Jedi, we saw. My mom took us to see on a Sunday at the movie theater on Kings Highway and West Sixth. I believe it was called the Kingsway. I don't know if it's still there though. And again, it was raining that day. We waited outside in the rain.
wow. That's a lot better memory of it than I do. I just remember seeing it in the theater after the first one.
But like Return of the Jedi, I saw in the theater like 3 or 4 times. We saw it that time with my mom, and a class trip. We went, and then I want to say the third time was just me and friends. We just went.
All right. Yeah, I know I saw it probably multiple times in the theater as well. I just don't remember. I remember seeing it. I remember seeing it on the screen, but I couldn't tell you, more detail than that, being that young.
But I could never remember a time in my life not being a Star Wars fan.
Oh, same here. I had all the toys and everything else.
I had a Millennium Falcon. I had an Ewok Village.
Nice. Yeah, I had the Falcon. I had a lot of the spaceships. I didn't have the village. Although I had some of the play sets as well and whatever. But
a friend of mine had the Death Star playset, which I just thought was awesome. It had the plank that collapsed. It had an elevator. It had a chute to go down into the garbage bin.
Had the Dianaga.
Yes.
The creature in the trash.
Yeah, it came with that. Yeah.
Yeah. And it was the foam pieces in the bottom.
There was all foam pieces for the garbage.
I remember that one. That was so much fun. I had friends who had it as well. But at this point, I didn't have that one as a kid. I remember that. I always loved to play with that one at other people's houses. So we'll see that one in a month from now, and I'm sure we'll talk ad nauseum leading up to it, and during it, and after it, and for months afterwards. And then we'll start talking about Han Solo.
Of course.
So it will remain an ongoing theme in our show.
Of course.
But one that will not, because it's just been released, and we talk about them as a little less frequently, was that little independent film, Thor Ragnarok.
Man, oh man, that was such a good movie.
It was, but I mean, it was really like Thor Ragnarok was the bookends to Planet Hulk in the movie.
It was. Well, I remember the director saying that he wanted to do a Planet Hulk film, but it didn't think that the story could be told properly on screen. So they incorporated it into this Thor movie, and I thought it worked perfect. I was a big fan of World War Hulk and Planet Hulk. I love those stories. I love the artwork with it. I love the look of the Hulk in those comic books. And this was awesome, the way they did it.
Yeah, so I was a big fan of it too. Greg Pak wrote it. I'm gonna blank who was the artist, and I apologize for that because the art was so beautiful.
It was,
and it was, to me, it was Conan in space.
Yes,
the whole, playing the Conan part.
The whole thing of the Illuminati getting him on the ship and taking off, and how they had all these good intentions of sending him to a peaceful planet, and he would be able to run wild in the fields, and then something happened.
It got hit or whatever and got knocked off course.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't remember the exact detail. Like it hit a meteorite or something.
Yes.
Got knocked off course. He lands on Sakaar, where he, meets pretty much the characters who were in the movie.
Yes.
I thought it was interesting making Korg a humorous character like that, as opposed to the serious warrior he was in the comics.
Yeah. I liked it.
Yeah, it was just unexpected and entertaining. But trying to think what else. So many good actors in that movie too.
So it's such a silly film. The humor, it all worked. None of the jokes like went flat.
Yeah,
Um,
none of them,
the action was
and
good.
none of the jokes detracted from the movie either.
No, no. And then the subtle things like the Willy Wonka song playing while he's going through that hallway
Oh,
in
that
a
made me
chair,
laugh.
and yeah, that
That
made
made
me
me
laugh.
laugh so hard.
Hmm.
And you're going to meet the Grand Master in 3, 2, 1. Is he here? Is he awake? What's going on? It was just like, oh, so it was just so many like little jokes like that were just too funny.
Yeah.
Uh, but like, yeah, but then it was like the whole Ragnarok thing with like
Hmm.
Surtur at the beginning. Although
Yep.
that was funny too. He does monologues,
Yes.
then he's on the chain and
It's spinning around. Yeah.
wait, I'll be right back around. Oh, I'm just laughing at this. I'm like, this is so ridiculous.
Yeah.
And it was just that like level of humor. And then it's just like, waiting for the hammer. I didn't time it right. I didn't time that right. One moment.
So when I don't know if how in depth do you want to get with talking about it?
I think we can be spoilery, and anyone who wants to, jump ahead 10, 15 minutes can go to the hot picks.
All right. The scene, one of the ending scenes when Loki's going through the trophy room and sees the Tesseract. Do you think he grabbed it?
Yes. Yes. I think everybody thinks he grabbed it.
I loved how Hela said that the Infinity Gauntlet was fake.
Yeah, well, because it was a problem. It was a
Yeah.
continuity problem because
Yeah.
everybody knew it was in the first Thor movie.
Right.
Everybody talked about it, and then now we're doing the Infinity Gauntlet, and we saw him take a different gauntlet. So
Yeah.
it explained that problem in 2 seconds. Fake,
Yes.
thunk. All right, we can move on.
Move on. Yep, it was great.
And the Tesseract was there from the Cosmic Cube.
Avengers. Yep.
Avengers and Captain America. So, obviously, we know he took it.
Yeah.
And because it also explains, it kind of quickens the plot as to, how the stones get together.
Yes.
Because the post-credit scene, Kevin Feige has gone on record saying the ship is the Sanctuary 2. And the Sanctuary is where Thanos was previously.
Right.
So he's obviously going out to find the 6 stones.
Yep. And obviously Loki had one.
Oh yeah. And we still haven't seen the 6th stone.
Right.
So across the movies, we've seen 5 of them. So we still don't know where that 6th one is going to be. So I don't think it's going to be in Black Panther.
No.
What's the other one next year?
Well, it's Black Panther, and then it's Infinity War.
I thought there was one more before it.
I don't think so.
Ant-Man and Wasp.
Oh, okay.
Is next summer as well.
Oh, then when's Infinity War?
November.
Oh, I thought it was March. Okay.
No. We're now at 3 movies a year.
Okay.
Let me bring up the list and I'll look quick.
Okay.
Because we have 3 next year. Thor, Infinity War, Panther, Ant-Man and the Wasp. That one doesn't. Silver. I'm looking at a Den of Geek, which is like listing all the non-MCU movies with it.
Yeah.
All right, which is annoying because the Spider-Man side movies don't count
No.
as Marvel movies, just like the X-Men don't, and
Right.
Deadpool doesn't, and all that. Captain Marvel is March 8th, 2019.
Okay.
And it says, okay. And May 3rd, 2019 would be Avengers 4. Which,
Right, but that's not Infinity War.
well, it was originally Infinity War Part 2.
Right. So when's that first Infinity War?
November 2018.
Oh, wow.
So this is saying May 3rd, 2019 for the next one, the second half, which people are just assuming is going to be called Infinity Gauntlet, but We'll see. And then that puts Spider-Man after it.
Yeah.
That's interesting. So according to this, there's only two in 2019. That doesn't sound right.
No.
It's the way they're trying to.
And I was thinking that the movie was coming out in like March or April, and it's like, where the hell is this trailer? The movie's going to come out.
Oh, I know. Yeah, that trailer.
But now that it's a year away, then it can come. The trailer can come out with Ant-Man and Wasp.
Okay. So it looks like Spider-Man is 2019 as well.
Okay.
So we'll see what happens. But, we have all these movies to look forward to.
And I love the poster for the Thor Ragnarok, but I love the fan-made posters for it that I came across on what was it? I want to say Pinterest, but yeah, I get because the name's escaping me what site I found it on, but man, oh man, there's some awesome fan-made artwork for this movie.
I haven't seen them. I'll have to check them out.
I'll send you the one that I want to purchase.
All right.
And then I'll post it up on the Facebook fan page, Geekodrome podcast too. This show will come out which day?
Middle of the week.
All right, I will post it Thursday afternoon.
All right. So yeah, you'll have to show me. I mean, is it like Mondo or is it like true fan poster?
No, it's a true fan poster.
Oh, okay. Because I know that like Mondo always does their own.
They do really nice ones too.
They do. I'm always a fan of their work. That's the whole Alamo Drafthouse thing.
Yeah.
So they do get merchandised as opposed to, some of this fan stuff.
Here, could you see that? Probably not.
Oh, that is pretty cool.
Right?
Yeah, it's them on the Rainbow Bridge facing her.
Yeah.
That's very cool. So yeah, it's the backs of our heroes on the Rainbow Bridge facing Gila. And just that scene right towards the end. But I just don't see them giving away I was just about to say I don't see them giving away the ending like that, but it was in the trailers.
Yes, it was.
Them all standing together. And
yeah.
Valkyrie and her Valkyrie gear and all of that. She totally did. Well, I mean, she's great in everything, Tessa Thompson.
Yeah, I loved her in Creed.
Creed, Westworld.
Yeah.
What was the other thing we saw her in? I know there's one more. I'm going to think of it. Because I know there was one more thing we talked about her in. And maybe I'm wrong.
I only know from the two things besides this.
Yeah, I'm looking at the IMDb. Yeah, it's really just Creed and Westworld. Oh, and she was in Veronica Mars.
Oh, I wouldn't know.
Yeah. Good show. You should check it out.
Yeah.
But yeah. But I mean, just so much great references to the comics.
Yeah.
So many great actors. Carl Urban as Scourge, the Executioner.
He was so good.
He is, and he's such a character.
I mean, he's a serious actor. He's not a goof. I mean, he was in Braveheart.
Oh, I know, and but he was also in Doom. So he's not always.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's true.
But I loved him in Judge Dredd or Dredd.
Yep.
Judge Dredd was the Stallone one. Not so good.
I am the law.
That's great. Put your helmet back on.
Hey, Adrian. I am the law. Hey, yo.
Yeah. Well, I'm kind of excited that Netflix is doing a Mega City 1 series, so we can get some more Dredd, possibly with Carl Urban.
Oh, that'd be good.
Yeah, and because he's said for a while he's wanted to revisit the character.
I liked the movie. I thought it was really good.
Oh, it was him and Lena Headey and all that. I really enjoyed that movie. I've watched it a few times over the years on the cables.
I liked it that it was set in one gigantic apartment building, and it was it very much reminded me of the Clint Eastwood movie, The Gauntlet, where he's taking a prisoner to testify, and all these cops and hitmen are after him, and he's just driving this bus down the street in the final scenes. and I think it was a Bruce Willis remake not too long ago of it, and it was just that's what Judge did, not Judge Dredd, the Dredd movie reminds me of.
Yeah.
That hopelessness of it all, and he was just like, I don't care, I'll get it done. That's what I do.
With psychic powers,
Yeah.
from Judge Anderson.
Yeah, well, that's okay. Whatever it takes.
Oh yeah, but such a fun movie to watch.
Yeah.
Although I have to say, Anthony Hopkins doing a Loki impression was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, but Matt Damon showing up.
Oh yes, the Matt Damon cameo was awesome too.
I had to do a double take, and I was like, "Wait, is that Matt Damon?"
Matt Damon.
Yep, it was him.
All right. I'm looking at the IMDb. Actor Odin. Well, where's that? That's weird. Why was he not? Oh, because they put it different here. So yeah, Matt Damon was Loki, but
Yeah.
do you know who Thor was?
No.
Luke Hemsworth.
I was trying to figure out. I'm like, wow. I know because I know his brother's an actor, and I'm like, wow, the guy looks a lot like him, but there's no makeup.
I know.
Had the makeup on, and it's like, oh, that looks awesome. But that makes total sense why there would be no makeup.
Yeah, I felt like it had to be somebody, and I'm just like, I don't know what it is. It turns out it's his brother, which is hilarious.
Yeah.
And do you know who actor Odin was? Because him, I had a feeling I knew who it was and couldn't recognize him.
I couldn't recognize him.
Sam Neill.
Oh, shit.
Who, again, is a fantastic actor in his own right.
Yeah.
And then the only other one listed is actor Sif, played by Charlotte Nickdow, whoever that is.
And that character was missing from the movie with no explanation.
Yeah, so that's one thing that, bothered me. We saw the Warriors 3 get killed.
Yeah. Oh, man.
I know. And they went down quick. Except
quick
for...
and easy.
Well, to be fair, Hogan survived for a while.
Yeah, he did. He fared pretty well.
But to see Volstagg and Foundry go down in 2 seconds was, kind of awful. But yeah, I was wondering what happened to her too. I mean, I know she has that TV series.
What TV series?
Quantico, I believe.
Oh, I didn't even know that. Oh, bless you.
Sorry, thank you.
Allergies?
Yeah, it's that time of year. Ugh. So yes. So Jamie Alexander. I'm sorry, her TV show's Blind Spot, not Quantico.
Oh, I don't know it.
Yeah, it's, I don't know, another some sort of policey thing where she has lots of tattoos.
Oh.
But again, I don't watch those shows.
Yeah, I don't either.
But
it's weird because she played Lady Sif twice on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah. Yeah, she's the only one to cross over, really. But yeah, it's disappointing because she was so good in the other two. And you would think she'd be a love interest for Thor, maybe.
Yeah.
But nope. But I guess that means she could potentially show up in a future movie.
Yeah.
And they just make an excuse that she was off Asgard or something.
On
Midgard doing something or other.
Acres. Was that a reference to something?
Shady Acres?
Yeah.
Is that... Yeah, I don't know. Let me...
And I will clarify, there are no retirement communities in Manhattan or Brooklyn as depicted in the movie.
Is that where it was supposed to be located?
Yes, because they were in Manhattan.
That's right.
To them to take a picture with them and everything like that.
All right, so I'm bringing up a list of Easter eggs from the movie. Shady.
Okay. At first, I thought it was Golden Girls, but that was Shady Pines.
Yeah. So, the New York nursing home that Loki sent his father Odin to, Shady Acres, shares its name with the nursing homes in South Park and Ace Ventura: Pet Detective. Not for nothing, but South Park just blah, blah, blah. Who cares? It's something else, which will actually be my hot pick. So, yeah. Okay. So, Shady Acres was just used in other things, but it's not a direct Marvel reference.
Okay. was really hoping for the Golden Girls
Well,
name.
that would have been kind of funny, actually.
Yeah,
But that would have had to have been in Florida.
makes it even funnier then.
All right. Works for me. Instead, we can just have a contest of champions.
Why?
Yeah, it worked for the Grandmaster.
Oh,
That was a reference to an old Marvel comic that's actually now a video game.
the Grandmaster?
Well, the Contest of Champions. It's the Grandmaster versus. It depends which version, who he's competing against. Like it's so.
I like that he was a little bit of a DJ there. He was going at it on the turntables.
That was funny. Yes.
Grandmaster, Grandmaster.
It's my birthday.
Jeff Goldblum was excellent.
Oh God, he has just the most perfect timing in that movie. But I think he does that in every movie. Just has that perfect timing.
Yep.
Yeah, but otherwise it's just like so many good actors and so much entertainment.
Yes, very much.
It's the kind of movie I could definitely like watch multiple times. I can already see that.
Yes, I will be watching it again. This week, maybe.
I'll take my nephews to it, and then I'll watch it on cable again when that happens, or Netflix.
Well, it almost came up that we weren't going to be able to take the kids to see it, and that kind of made me happy because then I know I would have seen it a second time, and not felt guilty about seeing it a second time.
Oh, why? Do you feel guilty going to a movie a second time?
Sometimes, yeah. It's like I'm spending the money twice, you know.
I know. Yeah, there's very few movies like I'll go to multiple times in the theater.
Like Avengers 1, I think I seen 5 times in the theater.
Oh, nice.
Once for free, so I don't know if I should count that one, but the other 4 times, yeah, I paid to see it.
I think they all count.
Okay.
I feel like you like that first time enough to keep paying for it.
Yeah.
You know.
And the first time is when I did see it for free.
Nice. So yeah,
I an advanced screening with the Paulo.
Your life's a movie. Yeah. He's been posting weird and interesting things on the internets lately. It's about the only contact I have with him. Seeing him post weird things on the Twitter.
It's more contact that I have, that's for sure.
Oh well. I think we should just have a reunion for you and him.
No. Someone has tried like 2 or 3 times. Like when one of our friends passes away, like Kim or Greg, someone tries to get me and Paulo to patch things up, and I outright refuse.
Aw. That's too bad.
Yeah. No, it's not.
And you guys used to be the best of friends.
No, we weren't.
Oh, I think you're just living in denial because it ain't just a river in Egypt.
Yes, it is.
We'll just go back and forth. No, it's not. No.
So is it too early to have the Christmas decorations out?
Oh, God. Yes. Yes.
Well, I had to shake out the Christmas village to see what worked and what doesn't work. And I ended up setting up the whole Christmas village. And now I just need my accessories like my snow. What the hell is it called? It's really just like a sheet. It's like a long sheet of cotton with Christmas like stuff on it that I put on top of stuff to make it look like snow. So I just need like those things.
Yeah, see,
and a tree.
We have real snow up here.
Yeah, I know, but you don't put that in your house to make your Christmas village.
You don't? No. Have I been doing it wrong all these years?
Yes.
Man.
Yes. I don't put these things outside. I put them as part of Christmas decorations for inside the house.
Somebody tell my personal assistant that I shouldn't be using real snow in the house.
Yes. Jesus.
Damn it. All right. I'm going to have to work on that for this year.
Oh, and I just to be contrary, I will be saying happy holidays to everybody.
I wish everybody a happy Kwanzaa.
When Obama was president, everyone went out of the way to say, "Oh, we're supposed to say happy holidays," and people lost their minds, like, "Oh my God, we have to say happy holidays." So I always said Merry Christmas to needle people. But now with Trump as president and him saying we're supposed to say
The war on Christmas is
Merry
over. Yeah.
Christmas, the war on Christmas, we have to say Merry Christmas. So I'm going to say Happy Holidays, just to be contrary. And I don't care. I generally don't care either way, but because it will aggravate people, I will say Happy Holidays.
Good. That works. I don't even observe Christmas, so what do I care?
Yes, exactly.
I don't know. I'm one of them.
But you could wish me a happy Hanukkah. I wouldn't care. I'm not gonna get pissed off.
I just don't care. If somebody takes the time to wish me a happy holiday in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, if you went on your way to wish me well, I'm gonna be happy and grateful.
It's to me, it's more about the sentiment than the actual word.
Yes,
because I don't give a shit. You want to wish me a happy Christmas? Thank you. You want to wish me a happy Hanukkah? Thank you. You want to wish me a happy holidays? Thank you. You want to tell me to rot in hell and everything else? Well,
hey, fuck you. You don't tell me to rot in hell, motherfucker.
Yeah. You tell me I'm part of the Zionist conspiracy? No comment.
Tell me I'm Illuminati? No comment.
Well, that looks too sweet.
It does.
Well, I think we should get closer to that time with a little hot picks.
Hot picks.
What do you got for us this week, the Stugots?
Very excited about this hot picks for this
How
week.
Excited? On a scale of 1 to 132.
133.
Oh.
I found out about this series on YouTube last week. It was in the 3rd episode, and I watched all 3. And then today, I got a sneak peek for the 4th episode, and it is hashtag 10 pounds of gold. For you non-wrestling fans, the NWA, the National Wrestling Alliance, was at one point the largest wrestling company in the world. And then it splintered off to smaller groups, and eventually one of those smaller groups became so big that it actually became the brand. Became WCW. Ted Turner bought it, went out of business, and Vince McMahon purchased it, and it's owned by the WWE. But they never owned the actual company, NWA. And it's a very huge wrestling library. Well, about a year ago, a man by the name of Billy Corgan, who you will know from a band called Smashing Pumpkins, purchased the library Simpson, and the name.
Politely.
Yes. So he's started out to reboot this brand for nostalgia sake and for wrestling sake. So he came out with a promotional series of videos called 10 Pounds of Gold. 10 Pounds of Gold is what the actual NWA World Title belt was called when they redesigned the belt in the 70s, and it was held by Harley Race, Ric Flair, Dusty Rhodes, Terry Funk, Dory Funk Jr., Jack Briscoe, Jerry Briscoe, Ricky Steamboat. The new belt is that exact belt, just cleaned up, and made to look brand new. The series shows the rebirth of this wrestling brand and starts to promote the championship match between Storm and I forgot the other gentleman's name. Give me a second. I have it right here. Oh, and apparently Siri is talking to me.
What is Siri saying to you?
She was telling me to please speak clearly for her.
Well, it's always good advice.
I know. I'm bad at that. So the picks now, it is going into the match with Nick Aldis and Tim Storm. And so this week's episode, which, like I said, I got a sneak peek of, and you can find it on YouTube. Just look for the NWA channel or look for 10 Pounds of Gold, does an in-depth character interview or documentary on these two combatants. And it's done really well. It shows that they're both family men. They're both they want to win that belt so they can provide better for the families. There's no grudge between these two guys. It's just like an old school championship match where both guys want to be the champion. And that's, they said they will start the fight match with a handshake and end it with a handshake, which is the way it should be. And I'm very excited about this. And to me, the NWA will always be the best wrestling company. It was they had great matches. As you guys know, I am a belt nerd. I love championship belts. I have 3, and one of them that I have is a replica of the NWA World Title, the Domed Globe, as the fans call it. It's a beautiful belt. I love it, and I really hope that these guys are successful with launching this company into the stratosphere.
Oh, just the stratosphere, not beyond it?
Well, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't watched this series, but I do know some of the story of NWA with Billy Corgan and everything else that kind of happened around it. And that's its own, like, big drama wrestling story.
Oh, he talked about it in the 3rd episode, how another company, TNA Wrestling, invited him in as an advisor and then as an investor, and then threw him out after he put up a substantial amount of money. And when he finally got the money, he was asked, what are you going to do? And he said, you know what? I'm going to start my own wrestling company. And it just so happened that the NWA was out there and for sale. So he purchased it and its library. The library alone will give him a return on his investment when the time comes that he wants to part with it. Unless he wants to monetize it, now. I'm sure he will.
Oh, I don't doubt it.
He'd be foolish not to. The company will probably be web-based. They will film a bunch of stuff and edit it and put it out, weekly, and you can subscribe to it. And then there'll be some old stuff out there too.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's got right now, like, the pay-per-view model really doesn't work anymore.
No.
So you have to find a different way to do it. And
subscription-based service works great for wrestling.
Subscription-based service or an online service or something, because I know TNA originally tried to do it and it really didn't work that well.
They had weekly pay-per-views for $10, and the problem is obviously you're getting people to buy every week. It's $40 a month that you're just putting out, but then you can't put ads on that. So only thing you could do is go with your numbers to a network and say, hey, we have this many people subscribing or purchasing every week. That's how many people will watch. So it limits you. A web-based, you can have an ad at the beginning, an ad at the end. You could rent out screen time on the ring apron and get sponsorships that way, and you can make some money.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely more opportunities, definitely.
Yeah.
With the web-based model. And plus, you can do then, like, free shows, and then also have, like, shows where people pay for it. Like a pay-per-view model. Sort of like what the WWE is doing now, where it's Raw and SmackDown are free and ad-based. And then, once a month, you have your big pay-per-view that you have to pay for. And I think if you have enough talent and you can build enough of a fan base to kind of go with a closer model to that.
I think it could work out for them pretty well.
Yeah, so I'll have to check that out. I mean, I've been getting back into wrestling lately.
Each episode is about 10 minutes, so it's not like you're not investing a tremendous amount of time. 10 Pounds of Gold, I found to be very interesting.
Yeah. Well, that's the other thing with a web model. You don't necessarily have to do a full show. You can do just the segments as separate shows and release
Yep.
something every day of the week.
Every day of the week.
Here's a 10-minute segment, and you're still putting out the same hour of television or so.
Yeah.
And you don't have to, have that 1 hour commitment. You can kind of watch the ones, and then you'll pick and choose the guys you want to watch, or the promos you want to watch, and things like that.
Yep.
I think it would make a more interesting. I think that'd be a really interesting model.
I think so, and I think that's the direction they're going to go in, and I'm excited for it, and I hope it works out. I'll be supporting them.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to get invested in this. I'm
you'll
going to
probably
watch this
about on the show often.
So almost to the point where we're going to need a wrestling spin-off show.
Maybe.
Hmm.
If only there was a way to do that.
I almost smell what The Rock is cooking. Rudy Poo.
Oh, you have Alexa, don't you?
I do.
Ask Alexa if she can smell what The Rock is cooking.
Okay. I don't know if you're going to be able to hear it on my mic, but we're going to try.
Okay. All right.
Alexa, what is The Rock cooking?
Sorry, I'm not sure.
Sorry?
No, you have to say, can you smell what The Rock is cooking?
Alexa, can you smell what The Rock is cooking?
No, he told me it doesn't matter.
Did you hear that? All right. He told me no, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
That's kind of hilarious, especially with the Alexa delivery.
Yes, the flat deadpan delivery.
Yeah. Oh, that's kind of awesome. Yeah, I mean, there's so many little things like hidden in Alexa like that.
Yeah.
But my hot pick,
I think we should do a segment every week. Ask Alexa.
all right. We'll see what we can do with that. We're going to find something silly each week for Alexa.
Yep.
All right. And my hot pick.
Yeah.
I have been a fan of the South Park show for 20 years now.
Oh, wow.
My sister was interning at MTV one summer. And she brings home this videotape and says, you have to watch this. And it was The Spirit of Christmas.
Oh.
Which was done as a Christmas card from some media person. I don't remember the whole story, unfortunately, who he was. And it started getting passed around like all of the networks. My sister being at MTV, obviously got a copy because everybody there was watching it.
Mm-hmm.
Brings it home. It's hilarious. And then months later, South Park gets a TV show. And I've been hooked ever since.
Oh, wow.
I know, that's a long time and a lot of South Park. But a couple weeks ago, they released a video game. South Park, The Fractured Butthole.
Oh.
A sequel to South Park, The Stick of Truth. And I'm a fan of old school role-playing games. So, I enjoyed Stick of Truth. It was an old school role-playing game, where you're playing sort of medieval characters, but it had that South Park sense of humor, and it kind of played into their whole, storylines and everything. And even, they had a 3-part episode leading up to it. Well, now they have the sequel, which is superhero-based.
Nice.
So you are playing, I guess the character is Buttlord, who is a fart-based superhero who has superpowers to fight.
Ooh, Robin, I invented that.
Exactly. To fight against, characters from the TV show like Captain Chaos and, that ilk. And
nice.
it's if you like old school role-playing games, it's a lot of fun. It has that South Park mentality because Matt and Trey had a big influence on it as it was being written. I co-wrote the script and whatever, and they did all the voices that they do on the show.
Oh, awesome.
So they are, very much invested in the game. And it's not just all right, you guys can go make a video game without us. Have fun. Like they did in the 90s. Those games are bad. So it's a lot of fun. It plays like a really, really long episode. of South Park, and
Oh,
you know,
that's pretty good.
it's just fun, and it's the ridiculous humor, and it's a lot of you could tell like they want to do shit on the TV show they can't get away with that they do on the video game because there's no rules. You know, a lot more cursing because they're not allowed to do that on the TV. You know, and just
Yeah,
lots of they drop a few F-bombs, they drop some SH bombs. You know, they kind of run the gamut. They've not dropped the C word that I've noticed.
Oh,
So they I think know their limitations. But yeah, even the humor, it's that same, you know, South Park humor. Sometimes it goes a little further than they would on the show. And it's so much fun. And I love going down to South
They
Park.
do the C word in the movie, don't they?
I don't think they did. Oh,
What do they call Kyle's mom? Isn't there a song about her?
well, Cal's mom's a bitch, the big fat bitch, the biggest bitch in the whole
Oh
world.
yeah, it was just bitch. Okay.
I used to know all the words by heart. I think he might. I haven't seen the movie in a while, but there's one part at the end where he's doing the Dragon Ball,
Yeah.
you know, Super Kamehameha. He might have dropped it in there, but it wasn't. It's definitely not in the songs.
Okay.
And that's a fantastic soundtrack too.
It is.
I used to drive around listening to that in my car. It's so much fun. All right, so that is my hot pick.
Awesome.
I'm gonna, you know, go down to South Park. I'm so close to finishing that game, and you know, going back to my Mario Odyssey that was last week's hot pick.
Yep.
So I'm ready to go down to South Park and meet some friends of mine, and end the show for today. But if you've enjoyed what you've heard and you want to find more Geekodrome, check us out at geekodrome.co. Subscribe to us on the iTunes. Give us 5 stars. We'd appreciate that.
Send us a screen cap of your 5 stars and your review on the Twitter, and you'll get a prize.
Yay, prizes.
Prizes.
And we've been doing some Twitter prizes lately. So
Yes.
follow us on Twitter at GeekodromePod. You could win.
You never know.
You never know. All you need is $1 and a dream.
A follow and a dream.
That too. And hey, you know, if you want to like us, we're on Facebook at Geekodrome Podcast. We haven't been running any contests there yet, but you never know. You never know.
One can pop up.
And hey, if you want to hit me up on the Twitters, I'm John. I'm at just John. Stugots over there? He's on the Twitters too. He's at Don Stugots.
Don Stugots. That's me.
He's at Don Stugots. And while I believe there's no new eat-ups at the moment, if you really enjoy his cooking and you want to smell what The Rock is cooking, or what the Don Stugots is cooking for that matter,
Yes.
you want to check out the Eat Up Show on Facebook.
That's right. Last week we did an episode of Day Drinking. Well, we handed out candy to trick-or-treaters. I think this week there will be an episode of Kitchen Hacks, as someone sent me a suggestion for that. And I think next week there might be an episode of Eat Out.
Oh, so, you know, the eating train just keeps rolling on.
Just keeps rolling, baby. The Don Stugots brand is rolling along.
All right. Well, we got to get you back in the kitchen. So until next week, when we'll find Don Stugots in the kitchen, it has been
too sweet.